Hi, I'm Camille, and today I'm going to do another perfume ranking for you. Maybe you can tell by the display on my piano. I'm going to rank the House of Sillage Whispers in the Garden collection. So I will start with my least favorite, and that is Strength, which is the one in the purple bottle. So I did my rankings. First I went through and smelled everything and sort of did a preliminary ranking of where I thought it would fall, and then I wore them to see if my opinion changed. In both rounds, Strength came in last place. If you are not familiar with House of Sillage, the packaging is always very nice. So inside of the cap it tells you which perfume that is. So, and you can see my fingerprints. This is House of Sillage Whispers of Strength, and all of the cupcake caps on the Whispers of the Garden line are adorned with flowers and bees and Swarovski crystals, and they're very cute. So the official notes are listed as white plumeria, Sentiec, I don't know what that is, mandarin, bergamot, boysenberries, pink plumeria, tuberose, jasmine, mimosa, ylang ylang, amber, vanilla bean, milk, and I wrote cistus. I don't know if that's correct. Anyway, it has, as you can tell from those notes, a white floral scent. And it's not unpleasant. I will say I didn't find any of the Whispers line of this version unpleasant. Just some of them more suited for me and others not suited for me. So if you like a very sweet white floral, this might be good for you. My notes on it were the tuberose. You may have noticed I'm not a fan of tuberose. Really comes through for me, but that it's just a sweet floral fragrance. But out of the whole line, that is my last place. In sixth place, I have put Whispers of Innocence, which is this one. It has cyclamen, linden, violet, pandanus leaves or pandanus leaves, jasmine, sambac, beeswax, pimento berry, amber, vanilla bean, milk, and cistus. Whispers of Innocence is also very floral. My initial reaction to me is that it smells very much like a gardenia, although gardenia is not one of the notes that's included in this perfume. It is a perfume that says, "Here I am, smell me." So if that is your personality, if you want people to really notice when you enter a room or when you have been somewhere, then this out of the whole line I think is the most forward of the fragrances, the one that most declares, "Hey, I'm wearing perfume." It's not unpleasant. I let a friend of mine smell it, and her reaction to it was that it's very nice, it smells very expensive, but it's something that you wouldn't wear every day. It's a special occasion kind of fragrance. In my preliminary ranking, I ranked it at 5, so after wearing it, I dropped it down one position to 6. But I think because of the nature of it, that it's more of a special occasion perfume, even if I decide to sell some of the, or give away some of the other perfumes in the line, since I know I won't be wearing them, I would probably hold on to this one just in case I do go to one of those special events where I want a special memorable perfume to help create the whole atmosphere for the event. In 5th place, and in preliminary version I had this 6, so it just swapped places, is Whispers of Truth. Now this is the most expensive perfume in the line, which is why I haven't purchased it, because I didn't want to do a blind buy on the bottle that I think is $495. And even when that goes on sale, maybe for half off, it's still a lot of money for something that I had never smelled before. So I just went with the little travel size one. The notes are grapefruit, bergamot, orange, rose, jasmine, moss, musk, and caramel. It has, the top note to me comes across as very powdery. It's gonna make me sneeze. I'm gonna tell you now, it's gonna make me sneeze. It's sweet. When it has some note in there though that gives it like a bitter sort of second part to the sweetness. Like on the same inhale it starts sweet and then turns a little bit bitter. It's yeah, it just is very, my notes are all just basically about how it smells powdery to me. For me it's not worth investing in the full-size bottle. I don't know if I'll ever even get through just the one travel size bottle that I did buy. So, you know, again, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not the right fragrance for me. In 4th place, and again in the preliminary, this one was one step higher. In 3rd place, Whispers of Enlightenment, which is in the peach bottle. The notes of this are rhubarb, pink pepper, bergamot, peach, orange, rose, jasmine, blackcurrant, vetiver, patchouli, caramel, solar notes, and moss. At the distance that I sprayed it, definitely sort of the fruity notes came through right away. My main note on this one was that it had a clean overall scent, not overly floral, a little bit more to the fruity side than some of the other ones in this assortment. Yeah, and so clean, maybe I'm also interpreting as just not as powerful, not as overpowering, maybe not as noticeable. A little bit more fruity than the others. Again, perfectly pleasant, just not anything super memorable or distinctive to it. In 3rd place, this is surprise. In my preliminary go through, I put this in 1st position and then dropped it down to 3rd after wearing it. So this is Whispers of Guidance in the green bottle. The notes on this are apricot, mandarin, violet, pineapple, green notes, blackcurrant, rose, freesia, jasmine, iris, musk, cedarwood, patchouli, amber, and sandalwood. Again, this one has a very clean scent. But here's the key of why I dropped it down to 3rd place on my ranking is after I wore it, it smelled like tomatoes on me. So if I wanted to smell like a tomato plant, so not just like tomatoes, but like the whole, you know, the green of tomato, the whole plant kind of smell. If I wanted to smell like a tomato, then this is the perfume I would select. Usually, I don't want to smell like a tomato. So, Whispers of Guidance, perfectly fine, clean. I guess the green notes are what, to me, smells tomatoey, and you know, I like it. I liked it enough that it was my number one in my preliminary ranking, but just the scent, the green notes that carried with me throughout the day when I was trying it on, dropped it down in the rankings. So unlikely that I would wear this very often. In second place is the blue bottle, which is called Whispers of Time. In my preliminary ranking, I had this at number 4, but after wearing it, I pushed it up to the number 2 position. So it definitely is better to me on the skin than on the paper. The notes are bergamot, neroli, orange blossom, ginger, cedar, and musk. Yeah, again, on the paper, I guess the ginger really comes through quite heavily and not in a soft way. It comes through in a sort of bitter, sharp way. But when it's on my skin, that tones down and it's a much more pleasing ginger note in this perfume. My note on wearing it also was that it is a simpler fragrance, so you definitely can detect the notes that are in it more distinctly as opposed to just sort of being a melange of a bunch of different scents. And blue is my favorite color, so I'll pretend that that didn't influence me at all, that it was the blue bottle and I wanted it to have a higher ranking. It's possible, because definitely I wanted very much to like the blue bottle, but that it was number 4 in my prelim and then only up to number 2 after I had worn it says maybe I do really like it. And in first place, which again I just have in a travel atomizer, is Whispers of Admiration. And this one is in the same kind of bottle, but it's pink. In my preliminary ranking, I put it in position 2, and in my final, I put it in position 1. It has peach, coconut, star anise, clementine, bergamot, peony, gardenia, toffee, apple, violet, musk, cashmere wood, vanilla, amber, and heliotrope. To me, the closest thing that I would say the overall scent reminds me of is cotton candy. So it's very sweet. It's not overly floral, just more like a sugary candy, upbeat, kind of fun, playful fragrance. There you go. That's the Whispers in the Garden original collection, because I will also rank the Whispers in the Garden Noir collection coming up very soon. So I hope you enjoyed my ranking. I hope you enjoyed my ranking. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will try and post more videos soon.